tornado season. How do I know? Tornado sirens went off this morning. No tornado, a lot of wind though. So we thought, what better time to put together a little emergency tornado kit than right now. So what we did is we've got a bunch of stuff that we have. We're not preppers, but we are prepared. So little glimpse into what we have. Camp stove. When tornado hits, power is down, gas lines might be busted. You want to cook, all that food that's going to be melting in your freezer or going bad in your fridge. It's the best way to cook. Easy, you don't have to build a fire. You just hook up some of these butane fuel canisters to it. Good to go. We also got a couple of these little ones. If you guys never seen these before, these are little camp stoves. They screw on to the tops of the butane. They fan out like this. You put your pot, pan, frying pan, metal cup on top. Click this thing a few times, and you got yourself a little stove. It's very, very convenient. So I have two of them because I was trained well. And I was always trained 2 is 1, 1 is none. Oral rehydration salts, because last thing you want is to go dehydrated and not have any clean water. Then you end up with the shits and be even worse off. Utility rope. This came in my last Battlbox. It's pretty cool. It's got 120 feet of rope. And I think it's 1,100 rope, so it's not 550. Pull out as much as you need, wrap it around here, and it actually cuts the rope, keeps it from getting all tangled up. A couple of easy towels. And if you've never seen these before, they look like little tablets. Add a little bit of water to it, and you got yourself a pretty big towel, wet nap. I'm not going to take this apart, but what this is put this over that camp stove that I showed you earlier, the little orange box. It's got a pot, pan, you can cook, boil water. It's good for making soups, heating stuff up, sanitizing your water. And I'll show you, we also have Patriot Pantry 72-hour kits. So these are freeze-dried, these are not MRE, so you do have to boil water. And some of these actually takes a few minutes, and you got to keep it on the fire for a few minutes. So that's also a benefit for having that little camp stove. But we also have about a dozen MREs. And if you have had to eat these for a while, you don't look forward to eating them again. Unless, of course, it's chili mac. Not that fucking vegetarian omelet bullshit. Anyways, this is chicken and buffalo sauce, which I don't know, might be good, might not be. Little fork thing that extends out. You can make hot dogs on this on the fire. You can make s'mores. I got a 9-year-old daughter, and I'm pretty sure if everything goes to shit, s'mores might make her happy. Some chem lights, little bed, tissue, because I'm pretty sure the wife's gonna be crying about, where's the dogs at? Cool rag. Some tape. Zip ties. This came in my last Battlbox too. It's a couple of medical kits. It's not the best, but I'll throw them in there because we have full med kits that we usually carry with us anyway. So added value, it's there. Also got some knives. This is kind of a cool little knife. It's good for chopping, dicing, slicing. and this other stuff. If you're gonna be cooking all that stuff, it's good. This is a little camp in a box. It's got a couple of sporks. It's actually a fork, knife, and spoon all in one, plus little cups and some bowls. So once we get all that Patriot stuff cooked, or MREs, and we need to separate them into servings for me, my wife, and my daughter. That's there. It's a little tri-spice kit. So put salt, pepper, and Tony Chachere's, I guess, little cayenne pepper. So there's 3 openings in here. You can put 3 seasonings, and it's always good to have a little flavor in your food. Knife sharpener. Can't do shit with a dull knife except cut yourself. Some fuel tabs, matches, waterproof. Again, we have a gas stove and a bunch of other ways to start fire. Fire is going to be very important, so we have as many ways as possible to start fire. Knives are also good. This also came in my last Battlbox. This is a Palawan blade. It's a freaky looking blade. Apparently it's sharp as shit. I haven't tried it out yet. That's also going in the kit, along with an axe. Like I said, it's the way I was trained. It's a redundant system. You always have a backup for your backup, just in case something fucks up the first thing. You can still keep on going. Little beanie, because you can get cold at night. Anybody with any kind of trauma, if they're in if they're in shock, you want to keep them as warm as possible. Some fabric wax by Otter Wax. Gloves. The reason for gloves, obviously, is if something happens and a tornado comes through and everything's jacked up, you're gonna be putting in a lot of work, especially with that axe or the Palawan blade or whatnot, or maybe just getting out of wherever you're stuck at. It's always good to have some gloves on. Last thing you want in an emergency like this is an injury, especially one that can be avoided. Dry socks. These are deck shells. Trekking socks. They're wool socks. They'll keep my feet warm and they'll keep my feet dry. It's also very important. You military peeps know what I'm talking about, right? Couple of charging cables for our phones. Phones are useless without power. And then this is a Bluetooth speaker and a lamp and a charging station. So you can actually charge this up, which we will do before we put it into the bucket here. And we can also use this to charge up our phones. Put that on the side here. Now, since we got all this food in here, we need some shit tickets. Ain't nothing worse in a pandemic or a emergency within a pandemic than having an itchy ass because you didn't wipe good. So we got 2. Random stuff in our med kit. We got bandanas, different lip balms and bandages and hand sanitizers and towels. There's a knife in here. Mosquito repellent, because it's going to be one of those times where the tornado is going to hit and it's going to be in the middle of spring when all those mosquitoes are out and about. It's a multi-tool in here. Just a bunch of random stuff in a plastic bag. And we do have a couple of desiccant packs that we put in here to try to keep some of the moisture out. Speaking of which, Tums. If I gotta explain this, women's hygiene products, ibuprofen, and what is this? Pain reliever. Because we all know fucking tornado's gonna show up right when your wife starts her cycle. and then you're gonna have to deal with that under your house for a few days. Tarp. If something happens and house goes down or whatnot, we gotta sleep on the ground. It's always nice to be able to cover the ground so you're not sleeping on the dirt. Little chair. This also came in my Battlbox. I don't know, last one or the one before that, I can't remember. It's a little chair, works pretty decent. We'll take it. Some extra bags. 1 second. And a tent. It's a 1 or 2 man tent. I think me and my wife can fit in here. More than likely it'll be my wife and my daughter, and I'll be sleeping outside on the floor. This also came in Battlebox a couple of years ago, I think, back when, you know, Battlebox was good and sending out some badass shit. They've been kind of slacking lately. But we also got a tent. We also have a bunch of other medical supplies that we keep on our person. We have a med kit. We have a full backpack. My wife was a former medic in the Army National Guard. And we also have water, radio, firearms, and ammunition. None of which really needs to be shown on video, but you understand, you basically build a kit out for what you need. And where you're located. Obviously, we're in Missouri now. We used to be in Las Vegas. I'm originally from Hawaii. So this kind of changes the dynamics a little bit for what we need. I've only been here for about a year, so we're still learning a lot about what it is that we need out here. So far, this is our kit. I don't think there's anything that we're really missing, but if you guys think of anything that I might be missing, or if you can think of anything that I can add, or if you got any questions about what I have, let me know. So hope this helps out, and if I can help you out in any way, just give me a shout and let me know. I holla.